For those of you just joining us, we're in the middle of activating the YouTube Live. Please stand by. Okay, take it away, Kelsey.
Fantastic. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the July meeting for the LGBTQIA plus Intersectional Rights Task Force. Nope, it's a committee. Oh, man. I'll get that eventually. All right, we'll start with my name is Kelsey. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the chair of this committee for the moment. And I will popcorn to Robert.
Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Marshall. I live in Ward 2, and I am a commissioner on the Human Rights Commission and a member of this committee. And I will pass it off to, oh my gosh, is it Katie? Kira. I'm going to pass it to Kira. I didn't know her name because she didn't introduce herself yet. So.
Hello, everyone. I am Kira. I am a member of the commission and also a member of this committee. Committee. I live in Ward 5 and use she, her pronouns. I will popcorn to Joaquin.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm at the downtown transit center, which Kira knows all too well, and it's noisy and windy. So if you can't hear me, let me know. Good evening. My name is Joaquin. I'm a member of the commission and member of this committee, and I will be with you in person here in about 15 minutes, hopefully, or less.
Awesome.
Hamadi, Gretchen, whomever.
Go ahead, Amadi.
My name is Hamadi. I am in Ward 5. I am also sitting outside for the time being, so I will keep my camera off as to not blind the world. I am a member of the Human Rights Commission, as I'm a chair of the Human Rights Commission, and I am visiting in on this committee.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm
Gretchen.
Gretchen Bennett. I'm the staff liaison to the commission, and I use she and her pronouns.
Great. Well, thanks everyone for joining me. It's us. I don't know. I said me. We'll move into public.
We're here for you, Kelsey.
Oh my gosh, thank you. We'll move into public comment. Gretchen, was there any public comment received?
None received.
Okay. Is there any public comment in the space?
No public is in attendance.
It's true. All right, moving on. Joaquin, I feel like you had something? No.
Well, I guess I'll say it now. Well, no, I won't, because I'll be there in a few minutes. Never mind. Sorry, I'm just combobulated today, but I do have something to say apropos of nothing other than I think it'd be of interest for the committee, but I'll share it later when I'm in person.
Okay, we'll put a pause on that. Okay, we'll move into approval of the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from last meeting?
I make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
All right, it has been motioned. Joaquin, is there a second?
Second.
Perfect. All right. Like if you approve the minutes, either like thumbs up or A or yay.
Aye.
Perfect. Great. Okay. Chairperson position with the committee. So you all got an email from me, from Gretchen, a little bit ago. I'm saying that I was interested in potentially stepping down from the chair position of this committee. I know this was a kind of leadership position that got me interested in leadership within the commission at large. And I thought it would be a good opportunity for someone else to have that opportunity. So we had someone express interest and she has been appointed. So Kira is going to be our chair. So congratulations with her to her.
I set off on a really wrong note. Not the new
Rather new, so it's okay.
That's it, we gotta bring back those name cards. Name cards are coming back, people.
I honestly really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
That's
we used to
funny.
have them.
so congrats, very excited. I believe this is gonna be my last meeting as a chair. I'll continue on membership, and like help Kira in that transition, but very excited. Yay. Okay, so moving on to the next item of the agenda is the upcoming or this year's Transgender Day of Remembrance. So that is 4 months away, almost 4 months exactly. And what Gretchen shared with y'all a document that I had created last year, a planning document kind of with the materials and information about the event and kind of a basic outline of how to put it together. I think the one thing I have to ask the commission or the committee is hold on, I am okay. Congresswoman Andrea Salinas had expressed interest in being a speaker. This was last year, but we had already got Deb Patterson. Thanks, Joaquin. So I'm wondering if we wanted to reach out to her to ask if she would be interested in being a speaker this year, kind of before we brainstorm any other potential speakers.
I would support that idea. If somebody, expressed interest in wanting to speak last year, but, we were unable to, get to them in the agenda. I think it is a courtesy to, we could reach out and everything and extend an invite. Like, hey, sorry, we weren't able to include you last year as, like a speaker, but if you'd like to participate this year, you have the opportunity, and then if their availabilities line up, great. If not, then we can explore additional speakers.
Okay, any other thoughts?
I'll just share briefly, I both in a professional and a kind of public capacity, I've enjoyed a fruitful relationship with Congresswoman. I will say I do value local leaders. I really value the kind of the heart and soul of that, and the impact that often brings to us, or that just the sort of energy that invites to a space. Not that the Congresswoman isn't capable of that by any means, but maybe having someone more local in addition to the Congresswoman, if folks open to that, would be something I'd be interested in thinking about, or at least thinking through. But given that she was interested, I think we did say that we would reach out to her about it. Did we not? So I think that communication is open. So it'd be worth exploring with her to see what her capacity and interest is.
Okay. What are folks' thoughts about inviting both the Congresswoman to speak and then maybe someone locally? And the event's relatively short as well, so we do have time to spare.
And there's not a city conflict this year. I think we hit a city conflict, if I'm not mistaken, with a work session last year, but this year we're on a Tuesday. So there's not an inherent city meeting creating problems for our local electeds.
Okay, that's great.
So on that note, we've had mayors in years past come speak, and this event is in November, and Chris Hoy will still be mayor. Just in terms of framing people's thoughts about that.
Okay.
I have a comment.
Yeah, Hamadi.
I think anybody who expressed interest, like no matter who they are, as far as our elected leaders, anyone who expressed interest, we should reach out to for sure. And then I guess, whatever you guys decide to go with, is cool. And I definitely want to be there to help out again this year. So.
Okay, great.
I do want to add that if we're going to opt for more than, one, speaker, or opener, if we're gonna, extend an invite to somebody local, I think it should be somebody that's representative, like, of this community. Like, I think we should, reach out to, members of the trans community that may be interested in providing, an opening remarks or opening comments. I think just seems, given the event, the appropriate thing to do.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a great idea, Robert. I like the idea of inviting the Congresswoman and then someone local who reflects the community to give some remarks. Are people cool with kind of moving forward with that? Sending Congresswoman Salinas an email, well, one of her staff members an email. I'm seeing if she's interested. And then maybe between now and next meeting, we brainstorm if we know anyone who is part of the community. I mean, we have readers from previous years who are trans or non-binary. So maybe let's brainstorm people and bring it to next meeting. And then I can reach out to the Congresswoman's staff. And Kira, I'll CC you on that email.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay. All right. Let me, yes.
I'll let you take a minute to write notes. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Of course. November 20th.
Thank you.
And that's an international recognition date, so it always anchors on November 20. Kelsey, I had a couple follow-ups. I was asked to figure out about a Facebook event specifically, and we're still working on that. She wasn't able to, and we're exploring if that's because of our structure and our particular type of account, but she's been playing with dummy accounts to try to dial that in and figure that out. But so I wanted you to know I don't have an answer yet on that.
Okay.
I know we're not able to block comments entirely on social. They'd have to fall. So if we can't block comments, then it's about reviewing them to see if they fit with the behavioral guidelines that are set forth. And so, but she's working on, can she make an event and block the comments on the event? She also commented, oh, go ahead, please.
Is that like a Facebook question, or is that a government policy question?
Facebook question.
Okay.
Yeah, because my understanding is they would be able to do that. And but they need to be physically able to. Well, it wasn't letting them last year, so we were working with Facebook. They also commented when comments can't be blocked that it's helpful to have non-escalating people from other perspectives helping to share information. So if we are in that position of having comments, it might be an opportunity for the committee to think about, are there people who like to engage on Facebook chat who want to be able to offer some informative de-escalating chat? Because sometimes community members can be really helpful, she's noticed, in those discussions. Sometimes not. I mean, you can have escalations, but a de-escalating tone, she's noticed, can be helpful. So that might be something to think about.
Okay.
Okay, that's it on that. But I do want to call your attention, Kelsey, you did such a nice job in the document you built for this event of including the feedback from last year. So that's another really great thing. I handed out some copies here and just to kind of peek at as we're looking ahead to this year. So I just wanted to call your attention to that list for those of you reviewing that document that Kelsey made.
Yes, thank you for that. Yeah, I guess some more like timely feedback was to market it better. We had some local businesses take a poster, but I think like contacting our list of inclusive churches, passing out posters or flyers throughout Salem. I think that would be a good idea. Last year, people suggested exploring using live music in the future, which I don't know how that would work because we don't have funds to pay for someone. Let's see. Some pronunciation guide things. They appreciated the audio pronunciation guide, but they would like editing access to their list of names, so that they can like add phonetic spelling to help them. And then with the slideshow, there's about 400-ish slides, or I guess about 400 plus people who lose their lives to trans violence every year. So finding a slideshow method that does not cap. I love Canva so much, but it caps if you don't have a premium subscription. So,
Oh,
It has premium, you can log in.
Yeah.
Carol has premium.
oh my
I was
gosh.
gonna say too, like, the organization that I work for, I imagine that she's got premium, but if she loses premium, I imagine that we can also find.
You know, we use it for our business, so.
Yeah, we use it for ours too, and we can.
This is the best news.
well,
Okay, great.
so-
We're gonna go with Canva still.
And
Fantastic.
Robert is an expert Canva user, as we have discovered.
I love Canva.
Yeah, me too.
It's best
Let's
to
create a
mention.
task force just on Canva.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, that was kind of the more timely feedback. Okay. Anything, I guess, Kira, the chair has kind of taken on the responsibility of planning this event. I don't know if that's necessarily like always a thing, but putting it in the universe if you wanted
I don't
to.
mind.
Okay.
I will just got lots of guidance this year.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, anything else with Transgender Day of Remembrance for this year?
Just to double check, Louds Auditorium, again, did we like that location? We want to go
Yeah.
back?
I like that.
Yeah.
So, okay, we'll
Okay.
let's go with it.
Okay.
I also appreciated that Lux Auditorium has the technology to assist people that are audio impaired. And so I like the accommodations that are available at Lux.
Great. And do you like to have CC Media doing their thing again this year to help get the word out in a broader audience? Should I line them up again if they're available?
I think that would be great.
Great. Okay. Just confirming. Didn't want to make any
Perfect.
assumptions. Great, will do.
All right. Well, thanks everyone. Let's see. Moving on to next steps on Smarty goals. Let me pull those up.
I thought you might want me to share my screen on those, Kelsey. Would that be?
Sure. Yeah.
If I can, I tried to, although now, you know me, where is it? Here they are. Okay. No. Okay. Am I sharing the right thing?
We are seeing your desktop.
Oh,
It's reemerged.
sorry. I'll stop sharing. Maybe it is taking too much time. If you want to go
Okay.
over, I'll work on trying to share it.
It is okay. So our Smarty goals. Beautiful. I'm the anonymous kangaroo. I like how Google names
That was
things.
funny. I know. Welcome in, Joaquin.
Oh, thanks.
Hi, Joaquin.
Good to see everybody. Congratulations, Chair-elect.
Okay. I had a little comment over here. Let me see what I wrote. What did I write?
Can you see it
Okay,
now?
yeah. So maybe like host at least one community forum focused on intersections of queerness and another identity or need with at least 15 attendees. How do people feel about that? Kind of like making it a little bit more specific and I guess like falling more into like a Smarty goal and expanding it to not just houselessness, but that would be like a priority of ours, but more that we can use this moving forward like year after year if we want. Yeah.
Can I ask you to elaborate on what you mean by that? Expand it to include,
To include like more than just houselessness. So like in the future, we can host a forum about houselessness, and then our next forum can be about healthcare. So expanding it to the Smarty goal to include more options moving forward. So like the one as it's written is right now, it would just be a forum about houselessness and LGBTQIA plus. But I think if we like broaden it a little bit more, we I don't what am I supposed to say? How am I supposed to say this?
Kelsey, if I may, I think you
Yeah.
captured it in your comment, because I think what you're suggesting is replacing the currently written Smarty goal with what you have in the comment. So it
Yes.
would be like host at least one community forum focused on intersections of queerness and another identity or need with at least 15 attendees. So that sentence doesn't narrow in on houselessness, it doesn't narrow in on healthcare. It broadens, but then it offers that as a suggestion.
Yes. Thank you,
Okay.
Gretchen.
You bet. And apologies, I didn't mean to.
Oh,
yeah, so I think my brain just wasn't computing, Kelsey, that's my fault.
no, it's
So
okay.
rarely fires. But well, okay, I like that. I think that's a separate Smarty goal, if I could be so bold, because I think I may have pitched this one, and I think the idea with that was to have it be about healthcare, given the feedback we'd gotten in the survey around how inaccessible healthcare was to the queer community. And so that, if I remember correctly, that was the spirit of this particular Smarty goal, though I like the idea of having a separate goal where we're talking about intersections of queerness of other identities like race or anything really. I like that idea. I wonder if it's not separate.
So I'm wondering if, because the first Smarty goal has both queerness and healthcare, queerness and houselessness. So I would say those are two separate Smarty goals as well.
I would agree with that.
I would also agree with that, yeah.
Okay.
Because the need that I think we're responding to with this one is all the overwhelming feedback we got around challenges navigating healthcare in Salem as members of the queer community. And we really wanted to hone in on that and have community conversations about that, have sessions where we could talk directly with healthcare providers and healthcare leaders educate them and bring them into the fold in terms of understanding the challenges of that community. And I think that to me is the gap that we're trying to fill here, or bridge in some way. And so I'm open to everything you just shared, Kelsey, but I'm wondering if we could find a way to kind of focus in on that gap as it's kind of so apparent, and also was continued this year in the results of our survey. So that seems to be a persistent concern for the community. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's been a long day.
Just trying to rewrite.
Are you anonymous kangaroo?
I sure am.
Someone else is just like listening in and.
I don't know if Monty would do it or something.
You have made me want to change my name, like mess with people at work now.
I don't know. I'm logged in under my Gmail. I don't know why it's like, mm-mm.
It's okay,
Let's
own it
see.
with pride.
I would love to be an anonymous kangaroo. That sounds
Yeah,
awesome.
right? Or a koala. Something. It's going schematically here.
Let's see.
This is my worst nightmare, editing a document live in front of other people. Because I make so many spelling mistakes.
Yeah,
Because English is not my first language. I know I speak it very well, but I really have a hard time writing in English. And I always make mistakes.
no, I'm the same way. I always hate typing in public. Like,
Yeah.
I like on a shared screen.
Yeah.
It's like I'll just type out how I been typing and I'll clean it up later.
Yeah,
You know, just
exactly.
roll through it. And then,
Exactly. Not that you're not doing well, Kelsey, you're doing great.
Okay. How's that looking?
That looks pretty good with the qualification that we replace the highlighted comment with the one that you wrote. Or the highlighted section with.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's on track and sheet one and two,
Yeah.
you wanted to.
We just went from 3 to 5 smarty goals. Wow.
Also, this one from 1 community forum to 3 community forums and.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
What
want to
is
say
this one?
3?
Part of me is like, we should just stick with the theme and do one a quarter, but no.
It's up to you, Kira. What are we doing?
I'm
Not-
not here yet, right?
No, you're here.
I think
Actually,
3 is good.
I think so too, because
Because
this
the
team
last-
plan's transferring.
Yeah.
Were you just gonna say that too?
I was gonna say the last quarter and anything will typically, anything is usually when holidays fall, and so like
Yes.
calendars get booked, so I think.
You mean three
trans.
in the transmit make 4.
Right,
Okay.
because
yeah.
we're already planning something in quarter
Yeah.
4, arguably.
Let's do something weekly.
There you go.
Yeah.
I have the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll all quit our full-time jobs
Yeah.
and we'll just do this.
Well,
Who needs money?
We'll get little dog beds at the foot of Gretchen's desk. We'll just all hang out.
Bring up your office, you got space now.
I got space now.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Got a little area.
We'll get reading mats. We'll pull our reading mats off the stack.
It's like a kindergarten.
Yeah.
This sounds great.
And remind everybody, we're being recorded live.
That's our 6th smarty goal, actually, which we're gonna try to find a way to do.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh my goodness gracious. We changed these, so I guess we need to vote on them again. Do we need to?
I think that would be smart.
Okay, it's smarty.
That'd be smarty.
So funny. All right. All those in favor of approving these 5 smarty goals for the next calendar year, say aye, yay, thumbs up.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, so I have an alternative motion,
Ooh, yeah,
only because since we're being nitpicky about it.
please.
Should we add, just to have it, the Trans Day Remembrance event as one of our smarty goals?
Oh,
Just,
Honestly, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, then we solidify this document as.
this is what we're gonna do this year.
Yeah, the goals that we're gonna.
Good idea.
And are we talking though calendar year or fiscal year? I mean, saying fiscal year would make more sense considering it's July and now starting.
Yeah.
These goals.
Yeah,
We're 6 months into the calendar year already.
I guess you
And so
could
if we
just say
want
in
to
a
set like
12-month period.
timeline,
Right.
yeah, or we could just set the next 12-month period.
yeah. Sorry, not to throw a wrench into it.
No, you're right.
Kelsey.
Mm-mm.
Then this becomes a really useful overall, like this is what this team is
Like a
doing.
roadmap.
I like it. Helps plan the year.
How does that look?
Looks good.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
Okay. All right. Is there a motion to approve these 6 Smarty goals?
So moved.
Perfect. Is there a second?
Second,
Great. All those in favor? Thumbs up, aye.
Aye.
Beautiful. All right. Hamani, I hate to tell you, but you don't have voting rights in this committee.
I didn't think I did, but I figured I'd better chime in just in case.
I appreciate knowing that you're for these.
I guess we could discuss our procedures.
Yeah,
Task force meeting.
All right.
but if we make him a member, then he counts in quorum and then that's a problem. Yeah. Sorry,
That's
we're
true.
whispering over here about what it would be like to give the chair automatic voting rights on committees, but then I think he'd count in quorum. And so then if you don't attend all the time, that can be a quorum issue. So we were having a side conversation about process. My apologies.
Quorum, that's tricky. All right, great work, y'all. Gretchen, do we have any updates on the communities with locations where higher rates of bias reported?
We do, we just have one. You might remember this topic relates to the communications sent out to various contacts in the realm of the 6 areas where our community reported higher rates of discrimination. The report I wanted to offer, Commissioner Marshall had sent the information to the director of the Mid-Willamette Valley Homeless Alliance, who did send it out through their communication efforts. So I wanted you to know that that was
Great.
distributed to quite a few organizations as a result of that.
Awesome, that's great news. Thank
Yeah. Yeah.
you. Okay. Well, hopefully eventually we'll get some people emailing us and being like, we did this training or we put up this poster.
I hope so
Something.
too.
Yeah.
And wasn't somebody doing some work with Willamette? They were hoping to reach out to Willamette. Did I make that up? Was that Kate?
That was Kate.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And she's not here, but
Correct.
Great. That's awesome. Okay. Brochure.
have we seen the new brochure? Or not?
Yes. We saw it last week, or last month.
But you were making edits to it.
Oh, yes. I made the edits and
Oh, I need to translate it.
yeah, I was gonna call you
Oh my
out,
God, that's
Joaquin,
right.
but
I gotta translate it. Hey, I'll do that. Thank you. I totally forgot about that.
it's okay. Yeah, so I made the edits we discussed. And then once it's translated, I'm gonna email it to Robert. And it'll be going.
I'll do that this weekend.
And
I
to
think we're
me
gonna,
too.
yeah, you're gonna send it out to all of us, and then I think
Oh,
we're gonna just
yes.
email, I think we're gonna just send it far and wide to all of our district lists, I think is what we agreed on the last time, we could go back and check them.
Yes.
And I'll also make prints for Pride. So you have it there too.
Perfect.
Yeah, you bet.
So if I haven't gotten that to you by Sunday, just text me, Kelsey.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's okay. You were in California, you were doing things. All good.
Kind of you to do it.
Okay. Pride tabling opportunity reminder. So Pride is on September 21st. It's a Saturday, at the Riverfront Park. We have a table and let's see, myself and then Alana and their partner are signed up to table, but we would love more people. Especially like we can do shifts, that would be easy. But if you're able to, please sign up. I'll be there all day.
Kelsey, I have a quick question about that. I no longer have a little table here, and I was curious if anyone does that's coming, or if I should like borrow one from the recreation department or something.
So, I reserved a table and 2 chairs.
Oh, you're awesome. Great.
Yep, so all good there.
Okay, good.
Well, yeah, we'll have the brochure and our positive energy. So yeah, if you're interested, please sign up on the upcoming table events Google Doc that Gretchen made. Okay. Joaquin, you had something that you were going to share with us when you arrived.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, I just wanted to share with this committee well, first I'll say the presentation to council on Monday went well, but I'll say that there was a follow-up question from Councilor Nordijk. There was quite a lot of engagement from the councilors. I think all but 2 who were present asked questions, and the mayor, including the mayor, also asked questions. But Councilor Nordijk's comment and question was centering around the uplifting and centering role that the library plays in queer life in the community. She was noting comments that folks had left in the survey around. I think the phrase that she was highlighting was, the library was the only place in town where I could be my queer self. And so she asked, what are other success areas, given that this community is particularly faces challenges in Salem at a higher rate as compared to others. What are other opportunities? And I said, well, we're hearing a lot about discrimination or challenges to belonging in outdoor public spaces, as well as in healthcare settings and other places. But those are also the same places where folks are also experiencing belonging, when we come together in community and have positive and safe gatherings, that as much as the opposite, right? And so kind of trying to find ways to promote those spaces in Salem, like Pride in June and September, are only good, and so, and I cautioned her, I kind of stopped myself from wading into recommendation, right? Because she was kind of asking for advice, but I just wanted to mention that that's top of mind, at least to Councilor Nordijk, and I'm sure others, and Councilor Nordijk will be on council in the new year. She ran unopposed for re-election, and so I just thought I would share that with the committee if that's something that's being asked about. So.
Yeah, that's great. I think one of our ideas that kind of falls along those lines is when we created like the inclusive church list, or like from the inclusive church website, and like the queer groups. But I'd be interested to see like if we could do something about like naming those spaces, like places that people go and feel safe and welcomed. I think, I wonder what that would look like.
I think that's a good question, and I didn't name those things in particular, but I did mention this committee by name and invited her to, or I kind of just mentioned it. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I kind of mentioned it, so she's aware of it, and maybe would be open to hearing from us in terms of recommendations that we may have apropos of the survey or just generally. So, including a Transgender Remembrance event. I mean, she not that she would speak, but maybe inviting her, I'm sure she would come potentially.
Yeah.
Anyway, so just thoughts.
No, I think that's a great idea. It kind of makes me think of, so Trevor Project puts out they survey queer youth every year, and they put out an annual report. And like one part of the report is like queer joys, like what were your queer joys, what brought you hope. And I think we often like don't focus on that. It's always like sad like shock trauma things, but there's so much joy like being in the queer community that it'd be cool to prop that up as well.
If I may, Kelsey, that, I bet you that aligns with something that the students recommended on the survey about if like 1 year leading into belonging questions, maybe 1 year leading into discrimination questions. And I know we haven't unpacked that recommendation,
Yeah.
but it occurs to me that questions like where and what brings you hope and joy fits really well in that belonging space. So just a thought
Yeah, that'd
to
be
build on that.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that, Joaquin. Maybe that's something that we can continue to like consider over the next couple of months. And yeah, I'd be interested in learning more. Okay. Other remarks and announcements? All right, well, seeing none, I want to say like thank you all so much for letting me chair this committee for I don't know how long
Is
it's
this
been.
your last meeting?
This is my last meeting as
Oh,
the chair.
well, then I have a comment.
As the chair, don't worry, I'm still gonna be here.
I have a comment.
Oh, boy.
Um,
I'm kidding.
Kelsey Murray for president, that's my comment. No, I have, and I know you're not leaving, but it has truly been remarkable to see, not that we were in a bad place, but how much you've grown this committee, its scope and its impact in our community. I mean, Kelsey has really, I mean, you'll see, Kira, as you kind of wade through all the literature that she's created, but she has put in the hours and energy to scaffold the work that this committee does, irrespective of who's leading it. And I think that is a legacy because, you know, she's really taken the mantle of championing the needs of this community in particular. Her passion and her insights are felt every time that she talks on this issue and generally through her leadership in the commission. So I just really value you, Kelsey, for what you've brought to this committee in particular. And I thank you for your leadership and I hope that you enjoy taking a step back, but leading from behind as well. So thank you for your service.
Thank you, Joaquin. That was so sweet.
All right, now I'm done.
Bye. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. This has been such a great opportunity, and like being part of this group is just, it's great. I love it.
And we
Yeah,
still have her as vice chair, so we'll
this is true. Can't
Yeah.
get rid of me. Haha. All right. Well, Kira, it's as of like in like 1 minute, it's gonna be official.
In 1 minute, only one.
Well, everyone enjoy getting 16 minutes back. I know some of you are transitioning to the community engagement committee, but thank you all so much. Enjoy the cool weather. It's kind of a nice break.